going on, Jeromes? So the Minnesota Vikings need to rebuild in the trenches, and the thinking was free agency and the draft, but mainly free agency. Hey, get back to having the meets. And, of course, an obvious guy was Christian Wilkins. That's right, Brian Flores' first draft pick. Back in the day. With the Dolphins coming out of Clemson, adding some size, adding some quick pressure and penetration along the D-line, it would be fantastic. And woo! He'd look good, man. He'd look absolutely fantastic in a Vikings uniform, but didn't quite work out. Rap sheet, splash. One of the top free agents is off the market as Dolphins star defensive tackle Christian Wilkins head to the Raiders per sources. He gets a 4-year deal worth $110 million base value that includes $84.75 million guaranteed in a contract done by blah, 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 blah. Now, this is significant. So first off, average per season, he's the second highest paid defensive tackle of all time, right behind Chris Jones. But the $84.75 million guarantee, and people aren't talking about this stuff. That's the second most guaranteed money for a non-quarterback in NFL history. The number one is still Nick Bosa with 88, but 84.75 for Christian Wilkins, a defensive tackle. It's amazing. That is huge. That is the effect of the cap going up precipitously. And yeah, I mean the Vikings. I'm sure they would have been in, but that's a lot of money. And also with the Vikings recently signed Jonathan Grenard, $19 million per season. The Vikings weren't going to be able to compete with that. But I will remember you. Wilkins is going to do really good things with the Raiders. Will you remember me? He's going to do really good things for Antonio Pierce and the Raiders with Max Crosby. That D-line is going to feast. And also, hey, if you can't beat Patrick Mahomes, beat him up. That's what the Raiders' MO is. But the Vikings desperately need some help along the defensive line. Phillips is in a contract year. Lowry should be cut. I don't know. I swear to everything. I swear to everything that's holy. If they run it back with Dean Lowry at his salary, we will riot. And we riot a lot in the Twin Cities, so we're going to get after it. Jaquelin, get Jaquelin some playing time. That's it, man. That's it. But the Vikings, there's still are some other notable defensive tackles on the market. DJ Reader from Cincy. Sheldon Rankins is a guy that I love forever, former Jet as well. Roquan Davis, another former Flores guy, more of a nose tackle. Oh, he's like a 6'8" nose tackle. He's like a power forward down there. T.R. Tart, a guy who completely owned the Vikings in training camp last year at joint practices. Former Tennessee Titans, ended up with the Texans. Hey, how about we just make this Texans North? So we got Grenard, and then Rankins, and then Tart. T.R. Tart, and then Tim Settle from Buffalo. Javon Kinlaw, the former first-round pick, is also out there chilling. So the Vikings, they got some options. They got some premium options. They got some mid-range and some lower-tier options. So I think they still could and should add along the defensive line because, hey, even though the draft is pretty solid in terms of interiors, this cannot be the D-line heading into the draft. Just can't do it, man. I don't pass you by. You're not for the memories. But your thoughts are thoughts. If Vikings don't get Christian Wilkins, he signs for great googly. That's a lot of money for the Raiders. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.